Happy New Week, everyone. I hope you're all doing fine and well. So, let's start with the fundamentals this morning as we plan for next week trades. So, the first thing I want us to check is the COT uh, data that was released on Friday, the update of the COT report. So, to begin with, all right, I want to quickly show you the interesting data on yen, on CHF, on CAD, on USD. I also want to take a look at the gold, all right, and we should also give BTC a little bit of a little bit of a view, and that's more like it. Yes, we should check it. We should take a look at pound as well because you can see the trajectory of the COT net position, right? It's all going up, and you can see all this pair gradually. Yes, we also take a look at Kiwi and ZD right here. So these are very important because they all make up to they all kind of like summarize and make up what I'm looking forward to take. Okay, I'm already on CHF JPY. Okay, I'm also holding CAD JPY. All right, I'm also holding USD JPY, which I might be getting out of on Monday. All right, I'm also holding gold counter trend trade, which means I'm shorting trade. I'm selling gold right now, which I will probably be getting out of soon enough as well. And yes, I'm also looking forward to take NZD JPY as well, a new short on NZD JPY. And then pound NZD, okay, also part of the top setup, which I'll be sharing with you later. I see some very good setup that I missed last week because I was overlooking it, and I'm already into deep on some of my pairs. And you can the last video I updated on Saturday, excuse me, Friday stroke Saturday, you will notice that I already closed a big chunk of my trade. I'm also looking to close USD JPY and gold, which will leave me with enough buffer to add on to trade. So I'm looking forward to take pound, New Zealand dollar come next week if I see a very good opportunity. You can also see US oil, which might finally become a very bad trade. You understand what I'm saying? So I might also be getting out of US oil come next week as well, based on this COT net position. Now, let's take a look at the latest COT report that was released. Okay, the current institution holdings. Okay, they are filing literally what the institution are looking forward to do, what they are holding, and their latest filing literally. All right. So first off, you can see JPY right here. You can see the latest long contract that was added. Okay, and you can see the latest short contract that was deducted. Okay, you can see that institutions, or you can call them big money, or you can call them banks, okay, whatever you call them, institution, big money, top market, whatever, there's a lot of them you call them. Okay, so institutions have added 24,185 new long contracts, okay, on Friday. They just filed that, and then you can see they get out of 11,226,000 short contracts. Okay, imagine that. Okay, this literally shows that institutions are leaning more towards yen. All right, and you can see they have the highest filing. Okay, highest long contract that was filed all through last week. Okay, that's number one. Number two, let's take a look at what happens to pound. Okay, look at pound right here. You can see there is a new long contract that was added 525, not so much. But look at the short contract that was closed. You can see right here we have 4,517 closed short contract. Okay, that is something that is very important that you also have to look into. Okay, come next week, they didn't really open more long positions or more long contract, but they closed a chunk load of their short contract, which is quite good. Now, let's go and take a look at NZD. Now, look at NZD right here. I told you one of my trades I want to look for is NZD JPY, NZDN. Okay, I also want to buy pound NZD. Okay, these are very important things that you need to pay close attention to. And I have one of my friends, or let me say one of my trader, or one of my mentees that's been buying pound NZD. I didn't even buy it, and I was one analyzing all these things. I was one sharing all these things, but I was in too deep on the yen pairs, which I really love, and I enjoy making all the profit I made from them. But pound yen, pound kiwi, when I saw it this morning, I was like, wow, what have I missed? Can you imagine that? So you can see on kiwi, you see they have like 580 new long contract opened. And you can see right here, 2,000 new short contract opened as well, which kind of torpedoed their total net positioning all the way down to what? 83.17%. That is a ball game. Okay, that is quite big. Now, let's take a look at CAD because I have CAD yen trade open and I have CHF trade open. So looking at CAD right here, you can see that they closed 753 of their long contract and also a chunk load of their short contract, which still kind of like averagely put the net position at it tilt the short position to be. I mean, the short position is still way higher than their long position when we talk about their net position. All right, so we still have like 88.53%, which is still like bearish to me, although they closed their short position, a bunch of it, so which is not super good. So at the end of the day, the net position is still very good, which I like. Now let's take a look at the CHF before we now jump into dollar. Looking at CHF right here, right now, you can see they closed a big part of their long contract. Okay, you can see that they closed 2028 long contract, which is very good. All right, and they also closed 927 short contract, which is averagely fair to me. Okay, and which also kept their total long position. I mean, the total net position to 89.86 short and 10% long position, which is still fair to me. All right, so overall, one of the pairs or one of the instruments or one of the currencies that has the biggest closure, okay, or change in net position is CHF, because there's a negative 3.3% net change just this week. Okay, just on Friday alone, there's what 3.3% closure, all right, of net position. And you can see right here, yen is the one that has the highest. Right at the top here, you can see 6.48% net change. All right, which is quite good. So in my opinion right now, let's take a look at dollar before we now jump into my opinion. All right, because I like to put everything into perspective so we can see what's going on. Looking at dollar right now, you can see the net percentage net change also is what, negative 1.05%. And now look at this. The institution closed their what? They closed 823 of their long contract and they opened a fresh new 213 short contract. Super good for dollar. I don't know how this is going to affect the dollar pair this week, but I'm looking forward to it. I really cannot wait. Okay. And which still kind of like kept their long position, their overall net position still at 71.8% and 28.2% short. Still averagely cool. I mean, dollar is still quite strong. So I don't really have anything for dollar pair this week. Okay. But in my opinion, I've told you what I'm looking forward to. We're going to jump into technical part when we are ready. And then I will tell you what I'm looking forward to take. And then we jump straight into the other interesting part. But before we do all of that, let's take a look at the top setup right here. You can see that CHF still stays right at the bottom. I mean, why not? They have one of the biggest, one of the smallest in a bearish perspective, okay, they have one of the biggest percentage change just for the latest filing, and they have like 89% short positions. Okay, there's a big load of new short contract that was open, and whereas there is a big load of long contract that was also closed. So CHF is just very well ready probably to drop further, okay, this coming week. You know, this is speculative. I don't really know what's going to happen, just so you know. Okay, and don't take any of this as a financial advice. This is just pure fundamental analysis, technical analysis, and sentiment. Okay, I don't know what's going to happen in the market, just so you know. I genuinely don't know. I'm as clueless as you. All right, but what I know is what is right in front of me: the data, the reports, everything that's been released, the technicals. If I put all of that together, mix it with my strategy, I make a calculated yes. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Okay. So this is not a financial advice. Okay. Now, taking a step to the upside right here, still on the bearish part because I'm very much bearish. If you check all of my trades, you can see that most of them are what? Bearish, bearish, bearish. I've been selling for a really, really long time. And this is my result. I think I shared my result with you guys sometime ago. You can see all my trades are what? Sell, 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 sell. I'm leaning towards bearish this week. I've been selling since February 1st. So it's been like that. All right. It's been really, really like that. So moving on. So right here, still on the bearish part of this top setup, Euro JPY also looks quite bearish, but I'm not really considering that. And we didn't even talk about the European on the COT report on Europe. Yeah, you can see they seems to be doing quite good. Also, they opened a new 12,373 long contract. That's what they found. That is a lot, okay? And they closed 13,606 short contract. That is a lot. So what is going to happen next week? You want to take a look at Euro USD. Okay, Euro USD. Now, look at this. Dollar right here. They close their short contract. They filed that they close their long contract and they open new short contract. Whereas Euro, they open a bunch load of long contract and they close a ton loads of short contract. That's the latest finding, guys. You need to see this. You can't make this up. You can check it yourself whenever you check COT data. This is the same everywhere in the world. All right. I want to believe that. So you need to pay close attention to the chart, especially Euro USD. So Euro dollar might be a pair that you want to look into buying next week. But I can't see it right here. We're going to check it later. Okay. We're going to check it later just to see what is going on. All right. I'm spending time on this place because it is very, very important. Okay. It's very, very important. Now, taking another look at, so yeah, back to top setup. I have NZDJPY that I'm looking forward to take. I have Dow right here. I'm not sure if I'll be shorting Dow, all right, but it's in view. CAD JPY, definitely I'll be having some more trade to this. CHF JPY, I'll be having some more trade to this. And then, yes, I will look into Pound Kiwi, Pound Aussie, I'm not sure. CAD CHF, there's something there that I want to share with you on the technical perspective, but it looks bullish right here, so keep a close tab on it. Gold for sure. We might be looking to buying gold come this week. This week that we're already in today's Sunday. All right. Pound dollar, definitely I'll be looking to buy pound dollar as well. Pound CHF, I'm not sure if I will be jumping into this for back. All right. So putting all this into perspective, let's go and look at Euro USD alone because Euro dollar is the only one that I'm not seeing right here. But the COT data is telling me a story that I really want to understand. So let's come right here and pick Euro USD. So where is euro dollar? What's the reading right here? Yes, euro dollar right here. This is euro dollar. So taking a look at euro dollar, you can still see the reading. The reading is neutral right there. Okay, it's reading +3. So maybe I'm gonna give this the whole of Monday and probably on Tuesday just to see it come to like 5 or 6. All right, then I can look into buying it. You can see the long contract or long position, COT long position is 46.75 for euro and 71.8% for what? For USD, this is the what's it called again? The net position. But you can see the weekly change. Okay, they have like what 3.3% long new added long contract, and this one they close a bunch of their long contract where they open more short contract. That's what this is telling you. So this is still very very cool in a way, but I will possibly wait till Tuesday to really know what is going on. And you can see the retail sentiment right here. We have 63% people longing, which is buying, and we have 57% people shorting, meaning selling. That's also something you want to take a look at, but I don't really mess around with the retail position because it's a retailer. They don't really have that much money to push the market. And this is not a crypto market where they can just short and it turn to dumb money and everybody will just making money and the big banks will be losing money. You watch the movie, you know what I'm talking about. So that's what I get from this side. You can take a look at the economic calendar yourself and see what the data we have this week. I don't really have that much time. I've already spent a lot of time, so I don't want to waste much. I don't want to spend too much time here, but this is something you all have access to. This is something you can all understand. Or maybe on Tuesday, I might come around, explain all of this thing to you, and then make another video about it. So without further ado, guys, let's just straight into the technical part of today's session. As usual, we're going to jump in. We're going to start with DXY. I mean, DXY is going up. He's above 107 right now. So I guess this is it. Okay. This is it. I'm still recusing myself from going further for what? For some buy on that, for some trade on any I'm recusing myself from taking any dollar trade, any dollar pair trade right now. Aside pound dollar that I'm looking at very closely. Okay. You can't run away from stuff like that. It's very, very clean. The chart looks beautiful. The top that I just shared with you, they have pound there. Pound dollar still reading around 9, which is very bullish. Okay, excuse me. It's reading 8, which is bullish. So that is really cool. So for DXY, I would say it's bullish and it could turn bearish and it can continue to be bullish. So that's you see, I don't really have anything for dollar. Genuinely. I genuinely don't have anything. So I'm just gonna stay away from it as much as I can do this week. And if anything changes, definitely I'll make another video and let you know about it. Now let's come to the top setup, right? Where things are really fun, where we make money. So CAD JPY, like I said on the last video I made on Friday, I took a short right here, and you saw what happened to CAD, to the CAD data, the CAD COT data that we just went through. We have a new short positioning. Okay, I mean we have like the net position of CAD of Canadian dollar is around 88.53% short. Okay, that's the net position, which is still very good for me. Right, I will take that. And we have a massive new long position for yen, which is 24,000, which is really good. I've already discussed this earlier. So as far as I'm concerned, I think this trade is not a mistake, but it could also be a mistake because the market will definitely try to play some games, probably try to sweep me off my feet at the top here before it fell to the ground. But we shall see. All right, we shall see. I don't want to jinx this, but at the end of the day, the market is still going to do what it's going to do. But both technical and fundamental is currently signaling a further short or a further sell-off on CAD JPY. And I'm just going to stick to that and see how it goes. CHF JPY also, it's a fine one. Okay, it's a really, really fine one. But the major thing right here is to see Swiss yen actually fall below this particular structure right there. Okay, I want it to cross below. Let me even put a level right there. Let me put a name to it so we can have a very clean view of what we are looking at. So I want it to break below 165.26 region right at the bottom here. I want it to break below it. If it cross below 165.26, okay, pull back nicely to retest that particular region to use it as a main resistance because you can see we have it as what as a very decent support for a while. All right. So if you break below it, pull back nicely, use it as a resistance, turn this particular area okay to what to a key zone. I guess that would be very good for me. But right now I'm still within my Swiss yen short trade, and my trading stock is still very much right at 167 point something there. 0.72 right there, and I would like to see how this goes in general. Honestly, I'm still very much into this trade personally. So the next one is pound yen. Pound yen, in my own view, could go either way. Okay, we saw some very good new positioning for pound. They open new and fresh long contract, and they close a chunk load of their short contract, close at 4,500 short contract. So for pound, it's still pretty weak. Okay, they are leaning towards bullish gradually. The economy seems to be hawkish. We are just a very slow pace, at a very slow pace. But at the end of the day, it's still very much there. There's nothing we can do about it. So I will be careful on shorting pound CHF right now, and I'll be careful. I'm probably not going to be considering buying, honestly, but I will be cautiously watching it because if you break the low here, pull back. Okay, break the low 188 region, pull back. We might see it fall all the way down to this region right here, which would be very good, and I wouldn't want to miss it. Okay, so if United Kingdom come with the data, okay, Bank of England come with their data next week and they miss one out of it, then that's very bad for them. And we might just see pound yen fall to 180 region before they actually recuperate back to the upside, which is something I wouldn't want to miss for a second. All right, so that's why I'm still holding my short position on pound yen. I'm still holding a very small position on pound yen right here. You can see pound yen sell. You can see right here. But I have a very big swap on it as well, which is not very cool. But it's one of those things because it's one of those price you pay. So let's see how that goes. I hope I make a very decent profit right there. So that swap doesn't swap me off. Yeah, sweep me off my feet. All right, so gold, my counter trade on gold, which one I took on 2 hour time frame, I think it has played its role and everything looks decent right now. I guess it's about time for me to have this thing closed. Possibly. Or we can see my trading stop is right around there. Looking at this region at 28.76.79. So if we get it back to this area, I'll probably get closed out and I'll see if I can long gold. Some people must definitely be buying from the bottom here. Definitely some people will be buying from the bottom end. So I'm definitely not going to stand in there because I also want to take some buy. But right now, I still have this short trade that I'm holding. So let's see how this goes. If it tap me out, probably I'll wait for pullback above there and I will join the buyers. I'll put my stop loss right here, which is not ideal. But let's see how that goes. I don't want to open a buy and sell at the same time. It's not going to make sense. I don't do stuff like that. So I'm going to just chill and see how the market builds up. Okay, as far as gold is concerned, I'm still very much bullish on gold. But at the same time, I wouldn't mind if you can come all the way down to the region so I can long it, I can take a buy from this bottom. This is a much better area to take a buy. And this will be a much better place, which is 2714. Okay. So this will be a much better place to take a buy. But let's see how this goes as far as gold is concerned. Dollar yen, dollar yen, dollar yen. Anything for this guy here, they all have a very decent support that they need to break. Okay. So if this, don't forget, dollar is not it's not super strong right now. Okay. Dollar is not super strong. Based on the COT data that we went through together, we have they closed 823 of their long position, whereas they opened 213 short contracts. So that is fair. That is good. And the yen, we've already covered the yen. Very good, very fun. So is it going to break to the downside, pull back? I'm not sure, but I would love to see that happen. So I can take a fresh new sell to test this particular daily trend line. All right. So now we got on yen. So keep a close eye on yen as well. WTI. I also have a short trade I'm holding on here, so that's that. US oil. We didn't cover US oil COT data, so let me quickly take a look at it. So if you look at US oil, you will see that their weekly net change is what? Negative 3.76%. So they close a chunk load of their what? Of their long contract. Not a chunk load, excuse me. A decent number of their long contract, and they open a whooping 25,000 new short contract. That is crazy. That is crazy. That is literally crazy. So I might just hold on to that trade for a while. I might just kind of like swallow my pride and hold on to the trade. When you see the net positioning right at the top here, you can still see they have 67% net buy and just 32.56% net short, which is still cool. All right, leaning towards bullish. But based on technical, what I can say right here, I would say I'm going to hold on to the short position. I'm going to hold on to see this sell trade and see if it's going to make sense because of the new short contract that was added, that was filed last week Friday. That's cool. But they still have like 67.44% net long position. So that is still very much there. You just have to see how this goes, okay? You have to see how this plays out. My stop loss is right there. If I'm wrong, I would like to be caught off easily. If I'm right, I would like to take the best out of this trade. Okay, at least by next week, I want to see it come all the way to the bottom there. And if I think my peradventure, if he wants to really make some very decent, he wants to give me something like this, I would like to see it come all the way to $62. I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna take it. So that's just that, by the way. So now talking about like the top setup, the one like that I don't have any trade on. I'm looking forward to take. So I'm gonna be fast on these ones, okay? Because I don't really have any trade on them and I've already analyzed them. So why not? So we have pound USD right here. I want to see it come all the way to this region, and then I will take a fresh buy from that region. Don't forget we have the UK trying to open. They close a big part of their short position. They open more long, and then the edge fund also give this 8. Okay, the score is 8, which is very bullish. All right, so I love everything I see on pound dollar. So I would like to take a buy on pound dollar come next week. But before then, first off, I want to see the market actually come to it. 50% Fibonacci before I see if I can ride it all the way to the upside. I've already broken this particular resistance region. Okay, this key zone. So now I wanted to use that resistance support again. Okay, previously it was used as support, then it was broken and used as resistance multiple times. And now it has broken it again. Now is it going to use as support again? That's where I'm at now. So if it comes all the way down here, use as support, turn this to a massively strong key zone, then I'll ride it along. So that's that. Well, I'm going to take this on the 2-hour time frame or 1-hour time frame, and I'm going to share it with my very close circle folks. So NZD also, it looks very decent. I took a shot on this one. I closed it very weirdly. So now I'm setting a notification right there so I can get into a fresh new shot on JPY, on the Kiwi yen. I'm not sure if this pullback will happen, honestly. I'm not so certain about that, but I would really love to see it happen. Which, by the way, if it did happen, most of my yen pair would be in a lot of nice, which I don't want. So can I leave that? Can I sacrifice all my trade to be in a drawdown while I wait for just this trade so I can take this trade alone? Maybe. So far they don't tap me out in the trading stock, I don't care if they pull back. All right. But I really want to have Kiwi yen to my trade and see how it goes because we only have it on. Let's find out it's reading 5. Okay. By next week, I hope it jump to 8 or even 10. I'm a negative, don't forget, so I can actually be more comfortable and more confident in taking the shot. AUDCHF is another one that I'm still waiting on to take a buy. Okay, now take a look at this, right? We've seen some very, very bold move on Aussie CHF, and you can see right here. Okay, Aussie CHF reading bullish. Okay, the trend is still negative too. I mean, you all see what happened. Okay, on the chart, you can see the trend is still negative too, which is not quite decent for me, like enough for me. But at the end of the day, it's really bullish right there. And Swede is extremely weak. I guess it's because Swede is extremely weak. Australian dollar is not super strong like that. But Swede is super weak based on the CT that we just even checked. Alright. So Swede is not super strong. Australian dollar is not super strong. But the net positioning of Swede is not as decent as that of Aussie. Alright. So which is not, I'm not sure we talked about Aussie. Yes, Australian dollar, they open more long position right here. You can see right here. For Australian dollar, they open more long position and they more long contract and they close a chunk of their short contract, which is very cool. Which is very cool, indicating a bullish bias in Australian dollar. So, but still, their net position is still like tilting and leaning toward there, which will be 65.47 short contract and 34.53 long contract or long position. So that is still very much interesting. But am I gonna take a buy from the bottom there? Probably not. Well, I'm not sure. Honestly, right now, Aussie dollar, Aussie CHF, Aussie Swiss, I'm not sure. But I can dazzle into this buy. Okay, probably until I see a nice and decent bullish candle that engulf this, or probably turn it to a morning star right at the bottom here, so I can take the trade alongside it. Alright, so I'll look for something that looks exactly like this, or something that looks probably decent like this, so I can take a buy from here, put my stop loss right here, and see if I can catch all the way on to the upside. It's a big fat range, all right. So let's not get it twisted. I'm not really looking to a much more profit from this. Let me just ride it all the way to the top here and back with that. Okay. Cat CHF, I think also it looks almost the same as all the CHF. Like I said, it kind of like look very extremely correlated. It kind of look correlated in a way. So at the same plan, I wanted to come and test this area, look for candlestick pattern at the bottom here, and ride it to this area. However, if this one I break above here, I will probably take a fresh neighbor from the top here, which I will be willing to hold for as long as the rest of this year, if it wants to correct at least a big part of this whole move. All right. And then it's just gonna break below here. Okay, just gonna break below here. I guess that will be that. And I also looking to shorten it, but I need to see some correlated or convergent data that correspond with this. All right, before I take this shot. If not, I'm just gonna leave card CHL and CHL alone. I'm not a big fan anyway, so that's that. Pound card is another one that I kind of missed, but I didn't really miss it because I saw everything actually played out. I saw it when it was somewhere around there, but I didn't really pay close attention to this pullback, so I missed out on that one, which is fair enough. So right now, I don't really have anything on card unless they actually pull back to this region, then I might take a shot at it. But I'm already in a very better trade than this one, so I'm just gonna pass on pound card. Although pound is around is a much better one, it looks really decent, looks really good. Okay, so you can see right here, like I said, I missed out on it. Right, I have a friend that actually took it when he made his first pullback right here, and I think he's still holding a big part of his trade or his position right now. For me, I would like to see if they can come back to this region, which is something I don't really like because some people that are already buying, they definitely they're not gonna this is not going to sit well with them. But I'll see if we can pull back to this area so I can what I can further push. I can further look for a buy so the market can push it all the way to the top. Okay, pound kiwi now is reading positive. I think 6 is scoring 6 on edge finder right now, which is very good. So I'm sitting on this one for now. And pound venture, if it doesn't pull back like that, I would say wait for a much push to the upside, pull back nicely, and then I will join the buy at the top. And yeah, you can see we have a big region at the top there to target. So it's still not too far gone. Okay, it's not too far gone. So I would say a better push to the upside. Okay, push to the upside, pull back. Fibonacci replaced like this. 50% Fibonacci. I will look for candlestick pattern at the bottom there, and I will ride alongside it. Simple as that. That is if Kiwi remain bearish and pound remain bullish, at least in the near term or on the long term. I don't really care. I just want to take this trade and see how it runs. Okay, and it's a very volatile pair. It's a bunch of the volume is very crazy right here. So you might want to be careful. And let's talk about Bitcoin and then we'll wrap it up for today. So Bitcoin seems to be pulling back gradually. Okay, I think that is happening, but before I can look into shorting a further sell on Bitcoin, first off, there's no reflection or no break light of Bitcoin anywhere on Edgefinder. Even on the COT data, I think there are more institutions are leaning towards, just averaging it out. We have 50%, as you can see right here. With BTC still, they close 1,630 long contract, and they also close 2,201 short contract. So they close both ways. It's around 0.5% weekly net change. So this is not really looking good for me. So, I mean, not super interested in Bitcoin right now, but it looks really good on the technical perspective. So if I see a nice and decent pullback to be testing this particular demand zone that will probably now be used as what a supply zone or resistance as the case may be, I might probably take a short trade. But this is still a giant speculative analysis which I'm not super sure about just yet. Okay. US 30, which is Dow Jones is I can see it right here with -5 bearish. But if I want to sell Dow Jones, definitely not. Okay, at least not until you see it break below here, pull back nicely, and then I will see if I can short it. I'm not in this buy trade, alright. So I'm still like leaning kind of like neutral and down. But if I see it break below here, pull back nice and cool, I will take a very nice shot to the downside right there. Okay, just a mid-term sell trade, not a long-term one. That's that about. But buy maybe, but right now that H1 is even signaling negative 5 for Dow. I'm not sure this buy is advisable right now, in my own personal opinion. So lastly, S&P 500, this is a very long analysis. Yeah, really, really long one. I'm gonna have to cut a little few of it. But I think it's interesting. I'm just gonna leave everything alone. So S&P 500 looks quite decent. I don't really have anything on S&P 500. But right now, still very much bullish. I mean, we all know that. So is it gonna come all the way to this region right here before we now look for buy? Because if Dow is signaling bearish, I'm guessing S&P 500 will soon join the whole mix, and then probably see it start building bearish on S&P 500 on top setup as well on H finder. But anyways, I'm still holding on to all of this to see how it goes. I'm just watching them right now. I don't really have any buyers on S&P 500. I'm just watching. I'm just waiting. And if anything changes, I will keep it posted before the midweek. So that's that from me today, guys. Enjoy the rest of the week. Please stay safe. Don't forget, everything I discussed here is not a financial advice. Okay, it's just a technical analysis, market overview, and the worship back. So if you're interested, you can pick the trade. If you're not interested, you can just watch alongside me or see how it plays out. You can also open a demo account. It doesn't even matter. So don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to follow me on all my social pages. Okay. So do have a great one this week. Bye for now.